spinning, and now I'm doing this on Mom's hopper. Well, she's on our Polywog.
So, the post office is supposed to drop ship it to the house, and instead they drop shipped it up to our mailbox. So, I'm tugging a spinning wheel back to the house. There was a mistake with shipping, and so I have to separate some things out and then get them sent on. But super excited because this is the accelerator for the Polywog, which means that I can spin lace weight with the Polywog rather than just medium worsted types. Do you want to get the Polywog and we'll show them? The Polywog has an accelerator that lets you spin the lace weight yarn. And if you want to spin the really super bulky yarn, then you take the accelerator off. So we've been playing with it a bit. Bring it closer. As you can see, it's very kid friendly. So I have been spinning everything that I've been sending on Etsy I've been spinning it all on the Polywog, and I adore it. But it only has 4-ounce bobbins, which makes it really hard to ply with. This is the girls' wheel, and I commandeered it for the period where I didn't have the hopper. So I'm super excited. My hopper is here, which is the wheel that is really compact and small, but it can hold the bigger bobbins. The hopper is really meant to be an art wheel. It won't be as efficient doing it as it is with art yarn. It just, because it pulls a little bit more. So here's the head for the hopper. And I'm gonna look at everything and make sure I have it all where I need it to be. It's like trying to put a puzzle together. Okay, think, Julie, think. Okay, so I need to put that on first. Pull gently forward, gently, very, very gently. Pull forward gently. Close. Okay.
This has even smaller of a wheel than ours does.
Huh?
Yeah, this has
well, it has a double wheel, like how this one has 2 wheels with 2 bands. This one has 2 wheels with 2 bands. Interesting, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See what they had to put in.
In the side. Now it's making more sense, but your cute little head is right in front of the camera. So I wanted the hopper because it was different, and it's supposed to work your glutes more than it does your calves. So having something that kind of switched things up for me when I was doing a lot of spinning seemed like it would be very helpful to me physically. And so that's why I wanted the hopper. And it's very portable. This handle just lifts up and it's easy to get into a vehicle and out of a vehicle. And you can go all the way up to the 32-ounce bobbin on this. And
Can I spin?
yeah, so we're gonna set Kaya up on this one because I already have a bobbin started on mine. Do you want to show them your pre-drafted fiber? So what I've had her do is she's taking all of this lovely wool that you see right here, and she is learning how to draft it. She's learning how to make it into one big long worm that's easier for her to be able to spin. Because drafting and treadling at the same time can be really hard when you're a beginner. Now all of this was sent by Helios, which was very kind. And I use it to teach people how to spin. Because and I learned this from Ashley Martineau. And she would attach a leader, which is just any kind of yarn or thread. We attach a leader that the other fiber, whether it be roving or raw fleece, whatever it may be, it would allow it to hold the yarn intact while you're learning how to draft. Okay.
There's.
Do you feel like you're set to go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does it have enough twist in it?
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. I'm so proud of you. Do you see how pretty it's going to be?
Mm-hmm.
Now, by having her pre-drafted, which the action of pre-drafting just looks like this, is you just pull it out so that you can see air in between everything. So she went through all of this lovely wool that we dyed here at home and made these long worms like this.
Got a little knot in here.
Did you get a little knot in it?
Yeah,
Think you can fix it?
I sure do. Oh, great.
So what happens when you do that? Can you tell me?
Pot.
Okay, so go ahead and treadle and we'll start it over again. Can you ever pull on it like that? What happens when you pull on it like that? Stop. Stop. Okay. So what you have to remember is if there gets a knot in it, you can't just pull it apart. You have to back up a little bit and just open it up a little bit. So go ahead and treadle for a minute. Okay. And this time you probably want to treadle a little bit slower.
We were not.
And it's the experience that matters right here, not perfection. So you probably need to treadle slower. Treadle slower. There you go, and let it pull in faster.
I am.
Okay, now stop. You need to reconnect your wool. So when you see there's going to be a slub like this, you need to open it up before you let the twist into it, okay? Okay, go ahead and treadle. Okay, let it get a little more twist into it. Okay, if you find a slub, just pull it open gently with your fingers. Just gently. And pull back on it a little bit, but don't, look at this. Should you ever pull on the leader? You never pull on the leader. The trick to the little polywog is to take your shoes off. Now, when they made these, they wanted them to be small. They wanted them to be a little travel wheel. And specifically they made them for kids, which means that they have little teeny tiny feet. So, I don't have little teeny tiny feet, and if I try to spin in this without my shoes off, that's the only thing that I struggle with a little bit on this is if I wear shoes. But you shouldn't really be wearing shoes when you're spinning anyway, because anything that got tracked in on your feet ends up on your foot pedals. And so the way that you treadle on the polywog is with your toes. You rest your feet on the ground and you treadle with your toes. And honestly, I love it. I love this little wheel. It is a super little zippy wheel. It's light. The girls can take it up and down the stairs. And it's just a great little wheel. Now, I have the accelerator on it right now, which means that I can spin a finer yarn. If I take the accelerator off of it, I can spin bulky yarn because of the ratios that having the extra little gear in here allows. So when I'm spinning bulky yarns, then there's only one drive band. When I'm spinning fine yarns, there's two drive bands and an extra little wheel in there. So, and I have been spending hours and hours on this little machine, and it is fantastic. There is an option to add sand into the wheel itself so that it's a little bit heavier, and it stabilizes it a little bit, because when you really start going fast, if you can hear that, can you hear that? That little wheel is spinning so fast, and it's such a light machine that if you don't have sand in the wheel, it just jitters a little bit because it's so light. If I slow down a little bit and I'm not trying to go so fast, it doesn't do that. But sometimes I'm really in a hurry, and it would be nice to have that sand in there. I haven't done that yet myself. I haven't found that it was a big enough problem that it really needed to be addressed. So this is a new bat that I'm making. So fast.
Oh.
Are you done? It almost looks like you're ready to be done. Here's the rest of your rolag. See it? And what I'm having the girls do is take all this wool, this fleece that you see behind you that I dyed for another project, and I'm having them practice their drafting with it. They have to draft before they can use the spinning wheel, otherwise they don't get the fiber opened up enough and it leaves big chunks, which isn't a bad thing, except that it's very, for one thing, it's wasteful of the fiber because they don't like the texture of it, and then it's harder for them to spin because it catches. It doesn't matter how artsy your wheel is, if you're trying to put a big chunk this big through the hook, it won't go. And so instead what I'm making them practice is their drafting. What's your favorite thing about that one? Do you like how it pedals?
No, it's that it holds more yarn and it's easier to spin on it.
Yeah.
And I can stop.
Do you like it better than the Polywog?
No.
You like the Polywog better?
I like them just the same as
each
other.
So do I. I like them just the same as each other. They're just different, huh?
Yeah. But normally what I like the most about this one is how fast I can pedal on it.
You do pedal very fast on it, don't you?
Yeah. And that one I can't really go so fast.
Right. With the hopper, you don't have an extra attachment. It's built in to have two different drive bands. So it can go from super, super, super bulky artsy yarns down to, you could do a lace weight on it, but I think probably fingering is, because it does have just a little bit more pull, so down to fingering is probably as small as you'd want to go easily. So this one doesn't come with any other attachments. It doesn't need any other attachments. Whereas with the Polywog, if you want to do super fine, you do want the attachment. But I mean, you can do worsted on it just fine without adding the accelerator. The reason we got the accelerator was because I wanted to try it. I wanted to see what kind of a difference it made, so that when people were buying it from me, I could tell them what it spun like and what the difference was. Okay, let it go in a little bit faster. Is it stuck?
Actually, it's a knot.
I see.
Can you turn on our...
I sure can.
Connect again.
So if you enjoyed the video and would like to know where to get these wheels that we enjoy so much, go check out our Etsy store, and it will be in a link or in a button somewhere around here. I also have some other videos here talking about spinning and knitting and that kind of thing. So go check it out, and thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Say it to the camera.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.